Dr. Palmer here, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Black men in therapy. Specifically, I want to talk to Black men who are thinking about going into therapy and why that's probably a good decision. First of all, if you're thinking about it, even if you're not thinking about it, you should go to therapy. Why should you go to therapy? Because it helps. Just straight up, there's research that shows it helps. Go ask people who are in therapy, you'll find out it helps. There are some therapists who suck because just like if you take your car to a mechanic, sometimes you get a mechanic who doesn't know what they're doing, or they do something wrong, or they do something on purpose that's messed up. That doesn't mean you don't take your car in, right? Same difference with physicians. If sometimes you go to a physician, you don't get what you need in the hospital. That doesn't mean you don't go to another hospital and get a second opinion. You're not always going to find good psychologists or good counselors or good psychiatrists or good social workers, but there are out there, and I would say they're the majority. Whether you find the person who fits for you, that's about being a savvy consumer, doing your homework, figuring out who these people are, and making sure that you're finding a person who's going to see you as a person. Specifically for Black men, though, I think we have to remind ourselves that we're worthy of help. We're worthy of being cared for. We're worthy of having someone sit in a space and listen to us. Our problems matter. Our problems are the problems of a human being, and whether or not we're perfect, or whether or not we're always on the good foot, or even if we need to show, this strength to a lot of people, we still need maintenance. We still need help. We still need coaching. We still need someone who's there specifically for us and only us in that moment. And we deserve that. You deserve that. I hope you get that. And I know there's a lot of messages in the world that say that you don't deserve that. I need you to externalize that. You need to understand that that's coming from outside of you, and you need to fight those messages the same way you would fight any other kind of racism or bigotry that would come towards you. When you hear yourself say, I don't know, I can't do it. It's not for me. I want you to also hear that message is coming from the same person who wants to do harm to you. You learn that. You learn that in a society that doesn't love you. You learn that in a society that doesn't want good for you. You have to unlearn that. You have to fight that internal dialogue the same way you fight the external dialogue. If you can find someone who will have your back, who will listen to your concerns and then help you by reflecting that back to you, pointing out the inconsistencies and discrepancies, because that's how the human mind works, and then helping you build plans to move forward. Why wouldn't you do that? If you have access to it, if you got insurance, if you have a way, you do it. And you know what happens if you do that? Not only do you get more healthy, but the systems and the groups around you, everything that you're involved with gets more healthy, because you're in there making it more healthy. If you're looking for a healthy relationship, it's more healthy if you're more healthy. If you set boundaries that are healthy for you, then it will be more healthy for other people. If you know how not to violate people's boundaries because you have your own boundaries, then, you're going to be more healthy in that relationship. The idea of therapy, it's not about being broken, it's not about fixing what's wrong with you. It's about building strength. It's about building yourself up the same way as if you go to the gym and you go and you're pushing that weight and you're doing that cardio. You're not doing that because there's some deficit. You're doing that because you want to get stronger. If you go to the barbershop and you're getting yourself faded up and lined up, you're revealing, you're revealing the handsomeness, the attractiveness, whatever you want to call it, the sharpness, right? As the old cats would say, the sharpness that was under, the shagginess. You're doing things to enhance yourself. Why would you not do something to enhance yourself? Especially if you have the ability to do so. So we're going to talk more about this. This is something that I'm passionate about. I work with Black men all the time. I work with Black people. I work with a lot of folks, right? But I'm a Black man. I'm going to focus on Black men. And I want you to know that there are people out here who have your back. I got your back. There are other Black psychologists, Black male and female psychologists, Black non-binary psychologists, For my trans men, I'm talking to you too. I hope you know that. I'm talking to you too. I'm not just talking about cis men. There's a specific, particular way that black men, whether you're trans or cis or just masculine leaning, live in the world. And you need to be cared for, because the message you get from everywhere else is that you shouldn't.